job on me to come in up there running in the top 5 this shorter race.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how did Earnhardt used to sell you on pitting?
He'd say I'm in.
Oh, no. Trouble, man. Big trouble.
At least 3 cars and more.
Lots of trouble
Jeff
up there.
Gordon's involved.
Just look out, go
Kevin Harvick.
I couldn't tell what happened, but somebody got into the back of the 16 car and turned him.
I believe
Robby
it was
Gordon,
Kurt
big
Busch, the
damage.
97 car.
And the first contact may have been between the Roush teammates, Busch and Biffle. Jeff Gordon torn up.
Bring back the garage, soldier. Bring it to the pit. Bring it to the pit.
Sterling Marlin, who transferred from the open. Biffle trying to get restarted. That's just out the exhaust pipe. Joe Nemechek.
Boy, we see that all too often for Joe. That car has just been in the wrong place at the wrong time so many times this year.
That's his second car of the weekend.
Flat tire and nose damage on Gordon. Well, let's see what happens.
Let's see here. It's a 16 car, and he gets turned.
That's his teammate Kurt Busch behind him in the 97 car that gets into the back of him. He goes down and collects Jimmie Johnson in the 48, and then it just starts stacking up behind him. Look at Brian Vickers in the 25, just getting by.
Well, it looked like Michael did a good job of squeezing through there. Number of guys did, but a number of guys didn't as well.
Boy, Darrell, about every 4 years we have an all-star race like this. It's like a full moon Saturday night.
You know, Mike, I kept saying, though, I had this feeling about tonight. I could just feel it in the air.
Watch this right here, guys, right there just past the start-finish line. This is happening at over 180, almost 190 miles per hour.
Now, listen, that was totally uncalled for, and you can say, well, I was bump drafting, but you don't bump draft at Charlotte Motor Speedway going down into turn 1.
Schrader involved. Marlin wrecked. Robby Gordon's car junk.
In the garage with Greg Biffle, and Greg, I know you're a little upset. What happened?
I think the replay shows that Kurt Busch got his head up as whatever, you know. I mean, I guess I got to take Kevin Harvick's, you know, road, but I just don't understand what. I mean, you got to finish the race to do anything, and he wrecked us on the straightaway. I mean, not in the corner, not going in the corner, on the straightaway. I never lifted on the gas, you know. I mean, he had more motor than I did, you know, because he's higher in points, but I feel bad for these guys. Really good car. We're going to the front. I felt that we had a chance at $1 million tonight for sure. Had a good enough race car, but you got to have teammates with common sense.
Greg, how disappointing is this for you?
It's terrible disappointing, and it's worse for Roush Racing. I mean, we took out the whole field. Kurt Busch took out the whole field, and 2 really good cars had a chance at $1 million tonight. If I was Jack Roush, I don't know what I'd do.
Thank you, Greg.
What Biffle was speaking of is there is a new Ford engine, a new cylinder head design, and because only so many engines were available, they were allowed to be used by the Ford teams that were highest up in points, and that did not include Greg Biffle. That's why he felt that Kurt Busch had more engine than he did. There are the cars that are involved in the crash of the 24 that started. The Nextel All-Star Challenge, car owner Jack Roush headed back for the garage. Let's show you some replays. You saw the initial contact, and now what happens behind.
Yeah, I don't think Jack was running down there to see about the cars. I think he's probably running down there to stop the fight.
Let's let you watch and listen to these in-car views.
Spin in front of you, spin in front of you, spin in front of you. Come on around to the caution. Holy, did you get through that, Michael? Still there. Nice. That was a heck of a job. There was so much smoke I couldn't see. Spin. Easy. Shit, we're in.
11 cars involved as you rode through it. And
Well, Dick, Joe Nemechek had a great run and short last Saturday night in Richmond and again tonight. Joe, from the driver's seat, what happened?
I don't know. Somebody wasn't using their head, because you just don't wreck on the straightaways. I mean, and it is frustrating. We come here, this is a great race, an exciting race, but damn, you just don't wreck on the straightaways. And just unfortunate. We had pitted. We had 0 laps on this car before qualifying last night, a backup car. Drove good in qualifying. We guessed on a race setup. I was a little bit too tight, so we decided to pit there. I don't think it would have made a difference if we didn't pit or not, but we just trying to get our car better, and all of a sudden they started wrecking. I was committed to high line, and you just can't do anything about it. You know, Sterling Marlin was up on top of my hood, and I don't know, just people got to use their heads better than that.
All right, thanks, Joe. Good luck next week. Steve? Matt, with Kurt Busch, who's just come out after changing his clothes. And Kurt, actually no easy way to say this, but your teammate Greg Biffle not happy. He said you wrecked him on the straightaway. Your version of it?
Yeah, he got a run on 17 coming out of 4, and I just wanted to help him usher down the straightaway. But the way our noses are pinned and the tails are up with the stiff rear springs, my car lifted his instead of helping push him. Just an all-star type bump where you just want to try to help him, and he's a teammate of mine. I didn't mean to wreck him, and I apologize for all the wrecked race cars out on pit road.
How disappointing is this for you, Kurt? We talked about, you know, all the excitement just before the race. Your thoughts now?
I got to get myself in check, I guess. I mean, we're only 12 laps in, and I've got a wrecked race car. Last week we had the fastest car out on the track, and we had to put it in a trailer after the race without a good finish. We need a finish.
Thanks for your patience, Kurt. Let's go to Dick.
Well, Sterling Marlin has seen the highs, the lows, and I guess the ugly. They're lowering his car right now. What happened to you out there? Who got you?
I don't know. Look, I seen the smoke as we crossed start finish line on down, and everybody started checking up and running into each other. I thought I had it cleared, and somebody hit me in the left rear and turned me around, and I was on top of Robby Gordon and come down and hit Jeff Gordon. So, you know, them things happen. It's, you know, if it's me, I'd rather race, you know, points racing means something. It always comes to this. Everybody gets their stuff tore up, and everybody's mad when they leave. A lot of them's mad, the winner's not. But, you know, it's just I hate it for the Coors Light team. Had a really good car, and we'll just come back next week and try to win 600.
Well, you won the Open, but unfortunately the $1 million goes someplace else. To Matt. What happened out there, Kevin?
I don't know. We came in and got tires and just got back there, and by the time I got slowed down, I had the 24 jacked up, and just getting hit and beat and bang. Hate it for Snap-on and all the people involved, but I don't know what happened. I'll just have to wait and see.
Your car doesn't look that bad. Why is the crew not trying to get you back in the race?
Well, we went a lap down there when they come by, and you know, we didn't come here for any reason but to win, and we'd had to put a radiator and a nose on it, so no reason to. If we can't win, we'll just put it together and bring it back to 600.
See you next week. Thanks.
And with Robby Gordon, Robby, tough way to end the night.
Really tough. I mean, I was excited how our car was handling. You know, we started back there 20-something because we got some penalties during the pit stop competition. And, heck, we drove by some really good cars. Drove by the 8 car, 88, got all the way up to, I think, 12th or 13th. So, you know, I'm disappointed, obviously. I guess the 97 got in the back of the 16, which doesn't surprise me. You know, I think he's caused a couple of them here in the All-Star races so far. I know he spun me a couple of years ago, so I was just disappointed I didn't get to him before he got somebody else.
Well, you got 1,100 miles of racing to look forward to next weekend. Good luck.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's an exciting race, and I think that I think we got a really good race car sitting up here on top of the trailer. We brought 2 cars here, and this car was about 0.3 of a second faster than this car. So I look forward to the Coca-Cola 600, and our Jalar Chevrolet is running pretty good in Indy too, so maybe we'll have a good weekend.
Thank you, Robby.
Thank you.
That's not where you expect somebody to spin somebody out.
At the back of the